Good evening, parents, grandparents, families, and friends of West Shore Junior Senior High School. I am Rick Fleming, your very proud school principal, and I am ecstatic to finally have this opportunity to recognize, celebrate, and see our seniors off on their life journey, which has up until now eluded them, which seemed like an eternity. Before I get involved in this virtual ceremony that is being taped just in case we get canceled because of COVID on the 18th or inclement weather at the event on the 18th at Satellite High School. Before I get started in my welcome, I would like to welcome our school board member for District 3 to say a few words and make a few remarks regarding 2020.
Hello, Wildcat seniors. On behalf of the Brevard County School Board, we would like to congratulate you on all your accomplishments. Today is a day to celebrate. Congratulations on your graduation. It's been a challenging year, and you have overcome all obstacles to be here this day. Good luck to you in the future. We wish you the best.
Before we begin our ceremony and confer our diplomas, I'd like to extend a measure of gratitude to many individuals who worked very hard to make sure this evening was able to happen. For our Wildcat staff, I'd like to thank Ms. Halbier and Mr. Webb for their tireless work in planning and preparation for this evening's event and for their unwavering commitment in these unprecedented times to the Wildcat Nation, especially to the class of 2020. I'd like to also take a brief moment to highlight our West Shore staff. Our teachers did some amazing things at the tip of a hat and at the turn of what amounted to light speed in getting our seniors what they needed for the last 9 weeks of the school year. So thanks to all those teachers. I'd like to especially thank our retiring teachers as a special recognition. These individuals have played important roles in the ongoing development of our students over the years, and their commitment is certainly much appreciated by the Wildcat Nation. I ask that you thank, as well as I will thank publicly, Ms. Terry Friend, who is a pioneer member of our Wildcat staff, has been here since inception of the school, Mr. Jim Postay, and Ms. Mary Mason. They have been outstanding staff members once again and helped many of our seniors and inspire them in so many different ways. So after 3 different venues, 4 different time changes, 3 different dates, and countless gray hairs, we finally made it to the 2020 commencement ceremony, although in not a traditional format. As I sat and reflected recently, I'd like to take just a moment to review 2020 so far. First, we had Australian brush fires burn what seemed like the entire country. Kobe Bryant dies in a crazy helicopter crash. City-sized swarms of locusts descended on East Africa. We have a pandemic, a quarantine, partial collapse of the global economy, and for those of you that didn't know, Britney Spears accidentally burned down her home gym. George Floyd was murdered by a rogue police officer in plain daylight, after which we had peaceful protests, violent riots, TikTok emerged, the Ring of Fire eclipse signaling what some called the end of the world happened. The U.S. government confirms UFO sightings and releases reports, but nobody cares because, you know, the COVID thing. We had 100-degree temperatures recorded in the Arctic, and for Pete's sake, the Sahara dust storm happened. We have GMO mosquito debate war that's scheduled to rage again this year. Tom Brady was traded to the Bucs. There's going to be a Mr. Toad's Wild Ride election in November, and myself and many close to me had strange, severe, unexplained headaches earlier this week. Oh wait, that was the Sahara dust storm, probably. All we can do is laugh through our masks, folks. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention the murder hornets and Tiger King. In all seriousness, it has been a challenging year. However, amidst it all, I had a lot of time in my office alone to reflect these last couple of months and the last quarter of the year. The impact and the accomplishments of the Wildcats 2020 graduating class, as we all know, West Shore is known for churning out some of the very best, well-refined, academically gifted students in our state and arguably our nation. The class of 2020 certainly did not disappoint in this regard, as they certainly lived up to these expectations and in most cases significantly exceeded them. In what has been a crazy year, these Wildcats managed to raise the bar once again, and just to validate some of their amazing accomplishments, let me brag for just a moment. Within this exceptional class of 2020, we had 141 graduates, 139 of whom completed accelerated graduation requirements, to include their senior project and will earn the coveted West Shore Diploma of Distinction tonight. We also have 6 National Merit finalists and 11 National Merit commended students, representative of being in the top 16,000 students out of 1.5 million high school students nationwide. 21 of these graduates are valedictorians, having earned a perfect 4.0 amid very challenging schedules and circumstances. 2 of these seniors earned a perfect score of 36 on their ACT, and 2 earned full military academy appointments. 126 of our students are honor graduates, having earned a 3.5 unweighted GPA or better throughout their Wildcat career. 125 of the 141 earned Florida Bright Future scholarships, with 75 earning 100% tuition at scholar designation at a price tag of $27,562. 50 are earning the 75% medallion scholarship designation at a price tag of $20,738. Pretty amazing accomplishment. Regarding college level work, 76 of these seniors are advanced placement diploma scholars, having taken and passed a minimum of 6 AP courses in at least 3 different subject areas while at West Shore, in addition to earning passing scores on the associate exam for those courses. 60 of our students are AP Capstone Diploma candidates, having successfully completed the AP Capstone Seminar and Research courses, along with at least 4 other APs of their choosing. Even more amazing is that the class of 2020 had already passed 525 advanced placement exams prior to their senior year. Most of these students completed 1 or more dual enrollment courses while at West Shore, and 8 of these students attended EFSC full-time, earning their associate in arts degree concurrently with their high school diploma this year. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to report that when tallied up, the cumulative scholarship earnings for the West Shore class of 2020 is $8,276,270. So congratulations to our class of 2020. As I close this welcome to you this evening, I wish to share a few personal items that make being principal of West Shore so very special and rewarding. We all read the press releases about our collective success as a school in everything from science research to SAT scores, from the rankings in many leading periodicals to AP results, and from arts to athletics. However, for me, it's the little things that I'll miss terribly about this senior class. Things like Keishan asking me for a 3rd time in a week if I had a chance to update his college profile in Common App, or listening to Cooper make his emphatic point as to why 7th graders shouldn't exist, given the fact that they take his seat at lunch every day. Other things that ring in my memory are watching Lazia, Pooja, and Sarah and other of our band of science research seniors sweep most awards at the fair, or watching Janelle play through a broken nose and a broken wrist at a regional championship soccer game this year. These enriching events bring joy to me, and even COVID cannot diminish their collective significance. Ladies and gentlemen, as the proud principal of West Shore Junior Senior High School, I certify that these seniors have met all of the graduation requirements set forth by the Brevard County Public Schools system and the state of Florida. By the power vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2020 to be graduates of West Shore Junior Senior High School. Thank you, God bless you, and good luck in your future.
Good evening, respected parents, friends, family, teachers, administration, and of course, the graduating class of 2020. After we left for spring break, unaware that the day of Wildcat Challenge would be our last day of high school, our senior year was completely changed. In these past few months of quarantine, I've had the opportunity to reflect on our time here at West Shore, and after spending days wondering what to say, I've come to the conclusion that the emotions I am feeling at this moment cannot be put into a speech. So, I have decided that instead of a speech, I will be singing an original song. Don't worry, I'm just kidding. You don't want to hear me sing. But in all honesty, when we first came to West Shore, I don't think any of us imagined that we would be living in a time that is going to go down in history books, hence leading to a graduation 2 months into our summer break. So let's take it back to freshman year, when we had more motivation, when there was less facial hair, and when we were all so eager and excited to walk the stage and graduate in the coolest year yet, 2020. I think we can all agree that a lot has changed since then. Mom jeans have become fashionable again, Josh Freeman has finally learned how to park, Mrs. Schropp has taken many more vacations, Ben Castillo has become less human, more clown, and our senior year was interrupted by a global pandemic. Our time at West Shore, especially in 2020, has shown us that nothing is permanent, and change is pretty much inevitable. However, seeing how far we have all come as a class and how we have made the best of our year and still managed to attain success and achieve our goals just goes to show how resilient the class of 2020 is. We are a class of movers and shapers, filled with students constantly pushing boundaries and using our talents to spark change in so many unique ways. In front of me are incredible athletes, students that led the girls' soccer team to a district championship, members of the lacrosse team that broke the record for school wins in a shortened season. We have people that continue to raise the bar academically, extremely talented musicians and artists, but most importantly, we have Mircea Salagi. Our class is not just one to embrace and excel in change, but we are also ones to advocate for change. Dania Jara wanted to help preserve the trees of Lebanon, so she chose to take action. Ali Gibb chose to take a stand against gun violence, and the list goes on. So now, as unqualified as I am to do so, I would like to give some words of encouragement. The world really is our oyster, unless you're allergic to shellfish. Sorry, Sophia. But in all honesty, we are entering a time in our lives where opportunities are going to be endless. So let's make sure that we continue to put our best efforts into everything we do. Let's make sure that we continue to grow and learn each day. And most importantly, let's make sure that we remain grateful for all the friendships we have created here and all the love and support of our families that has brought us to this day. It may not have seemed like it when we were writing our 5,000-word capstone papers, or juggling tons of extracurriculars and difficult classes, or even when our graduation and senior year has been completely up in the air. But I think that our time at West Shore has taught us how to rise to the occasion when things get difficult and unfamiliar, and this is something we can take with us for the rest of our lives. As I end, I would like to leave you all with a quote from the esteemed poet J. Cole, who said, "Nothing lasts forever, but at least we've got these memories." Even though times are continuing to change and the future is truly unpredictable, being a part of the West Shore community, and more importantly, such a great graduating class, is something I will always remember and be thankful for. The last 4 years are just the start of all the incredible things we are capable of, and I know that we will continue to grow, excel, and inspire others in all the unforeseen times that lie ahead. Thank you.
I don't think any of us could have imagined that our senior year would have ended the way that it did. But in light of the obstacles that we've had to overcome as a class, I think I can collectively say how grateful we are to be able to finally graduate tonight. West Shore the past 6 years has been a place where I've learned both academically and otherwise. I've learned that there are some truly amazing people in this class. This class is kind, intelligent, witty, competitive, supportive, and I've been taught something by many of the people in this class. I've learned many lessons and seen so much talent that's pushed me into expecting much more from myself. I learned of the camaraderie that this class has when we can all come together to cheer on Mallory destroying the juniors during volleyball at Wildcat Challenge. I learned that anyone can become an entrepreneur and sell his own design on a t-shirt, like Sam Gill. And I learned that you can be so smart like Mircea and not even show up to science fair but still get 3rd place. But most importantly, I learned that everyone in this class has the possibility to do great things. When I look back on my 6 years here at West Shore, I also remember the administrators and teachers that really cared about my future. The ones that if I was struggling gave me a hand and led me through. The teachers that made classes that could have been very dull such a fun environment. West Shore has also been a place where we have been able to join clubs and extracurriculars that we are passionate about. I've been a part of West Shore's theater department since 7th grade, finishing off with 23 shows, and I'm really going to miss that. Some things I might not miss is having more homework than any other high school in the county, countless late nights spent studying for tests, or trying to remember why I thought it was a good idea to take 5 AP classes in 1 year. But I know that the workload and time dedication that West Shore expects from us has prepared us for college and our future. While West Shore students are usually credited for exceptional grades and school involvement, I don't think that this class in particular gets enough credit for persistence. For example, when this class found out that prom had been canceled, everyone was texting in the senior group chat that of course it was sad, but we'll find a way to get together one last time before we go off to college. Or that at project graduation we laughed with people that we maybe hadn't seen in a couple of months, playing games and riding go-karts till 1 a.m. And that we all chose to tune in tonight to the virtual graduation to be a part of our graduation ceremony. You know what that shows me? It shows me that even when so many things are taken away from this class, we don't let that get in our way. We take every opportunity given to us, and we make the absolute most out of it. While our last year might not have been the most conventional, it was certainly memorable, and I've enjoyed spending these past few years with some great people. Thank you.